Okay, we have a few questions about smoking in the United States. All right. First, where should people smoke?
I think outside in the building, because respect other people that don't like to smoke.
Okay.
And a little far, because I need to walk next to the building and I don't want to smell smoke.
Okay. Where should people smoke?
In private areas, private zones, so they can smoke without disturbing other people, non-smoking people.
Okay. Where should people smoke?
I think people should outside the house and the free area. Yeah.
In the smoking area?
Yeah, in the smoking area.
Where should people smoke?
In places that are far away from working sites or study sites.
Okay. Hi Alyssa, we have a few questions for you about smoking in the United States. First, where should people smoke?
Outside, a good distance away from the building, so the people that are leaving or coming in, it doesn't bother them.
Okay. Okay. Where should people smoke?
Designated areas.
Okay.
Be considerate to others that don't smoke.
Okay. Where should people smoke?
You should never smoke in a building. You should always smoke in the designated smoking area, which is generally outside and 20 feet from the building.
Okay. Where should people smoke?
Well, at the University of New Haven, they can't smoke in any of our buildings, and they have to be at least 20 feet away from the nearest entrance. And in addition, if there are places for receptacles for the waste, that would be one place that they could easily get rid of the cigarette butts.
Hello, Chief Toledo. We just have a few questions for you about smoking in the United States.
Okay.
The first is, where should people smoke?
Well, if you're in a building and you want to have a cigarette, most places now mandate that you smoke outside. And if you do go outside, you have to smoke 20 feet from the entrance to the building. You can't smoke right up against the windows, up against the doors. A lot of that secondhand smoke goes in. So that's the reason for the laws and the rules. 20 feet from the entrances.
So that's actually a law in Connecticut?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And where should they put their cigarette butts when they're finished?
Appropriate garbage.
Okay. Where should they put their cigarette butts when they're finished?
I think there's containers everywhere here, so you can put it in buckets and you can throw it there.
Okay. Where should they put their cigarette butts?
In the trash package, trash bag.
Okay. Where should they put their cigarette butts?
In the basket, in the food.
Okay. And where should they put their cigarette butts?
In the trash cans provided.
Okay. And where should people put their cigarette butts?
You should always put your cigarette butts in the designated receptacle for the cigarette butts.
Okay. Where should they put their cigarette butts?
Well, they should put the cigarette butts in the receptacles or in an appropriate trash bin so as not to cause a fire. Absolutely, it is very offensive for cigarette waste to be carelessly thrown down.
My next question is, what do you think when you see someone throwing their cigarettes on the ground?
Well, if you throw cigarette butts on the ground, you're littering in front of the buildings. There's a lot of time and money and effort that is spent, especially here at UNH, keeping the grounds nice, aesthetically pleasing. They plant trees, they put mulch everywhere, and you can see, you look around, it's a beautiful campus. And if you throw the cigarette butts on the ground, it's unpleasant looking. Most people see that, and it's a turnoff for most people to see that. So that's one of the reasons. You should take advantage. There's receptacles in most every single building in front of the buildings to put the cigarette butt in there. It takes a second to go up to the receptacle, throw the butt out. The building looks nice, the grounds look nice, and the place is maintained the way it's supposed to be.
All right. What do you think when you see someone throwing their cigarettes on the ground?
I'm gonna say, please, can you throw the garbage?
And what do you think when you see a cigarette on the ground?
Well, it's kind of disgusting, to be honest, so I don't know what to say other than that. It doesn't look good at all.
Okay. What do you think when you see cigarettes on the ground?
These dirty things make me not uncomfortable. Make me uncomfortable.
What do you think when you see someone throwing their cigarettes on the ground?
it's a bad thing. I don't think he's a good guy or some good people.
What do you think when you see cigarettes on the ground?
I think that the environment will get more dangerous.
Okay. What do you think when you see someone throwing their cigarette on the ground?
He's not a clean person in his house.
Okay. What do you think when you see cigarettes on the ground?
It looks bad. It makes the outside of the building look messy.
Okay. And what do you think when you see someone throwing their cigarettes on the ground?
It makes them seem careless, that they don't care to place their cigarette butts in the trash cans provided.
Okay. What do you think when you see cigarettes on the ground?
Disgusting. Disgusting, and it's inconsiderate that people that don't smoke and have property, especially commercial property.
So what do you think when you see someone throwing their cigarettes on the ground?
It's a bad habit. Again, it comes back to disgusting and inconsiderate.
Okay.
You know, it's the way it is. It's getting worse. I just swept up in front of the two places I've been working in. There it is. 2 days later, it's loaded back up with cigarettes.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do, but still, I mean, there's signs. No smoking. Nobody sees the signs.
Yeah.
I see. I'm a smoker. I try to be considerate of people that don't smoke.
Yeah. What do you think when you see cigarettes on the ground?
I hate that.
Yeah.
It's littering, so, and we definitely don't want to litter.
And what do you think when you see someone throwing their cigarettes on the ground?
Oh, it makes me mad when I see people littering, so put them in the receptacle.
What do you think when you see someone throwing their cigarettes on the ground?
Well, I find it to be extremely inconsiderate of the public at large. And it shows that they have no concern for the sensibilities of others.
Hey, how you doing?
Not 20 feet. You have to smoke here?
That's right, smile for the camera.